Hey everybody, my name is Geoff Livingston and this is AI Hope. My book, Now Is Gone, is about never-ending change. This podcast is about what comes after, the stories, the people, and the reason for hope. Hey everybody, this is Geoff Livingston. Welcome to AI Hope. I am here with Jeannie Walters, author of Experience is Everything, and I've known Jeannie a long time. We've done some crazy and awesome during South by Southwest. I know that many people in this industry can say that, but really excited to have her. She's really kicking butt. Just came off the USA Today best-selling list. We're really honored to have her.
Thank you.
Jeannie, how are you?
I'm great, Jeff. It's so nice to see you. And yeah, I think you and I both we know where the bodies are buried, right? So
Oh
we have to be
no!
nice to each other.
Oh no! Um, I really appreciate you coming on, and I think your book's really fantastic for folks that
Thank you.
haven't checked it out yet. It really does get into that customer experience from a holistic perspective,
Hmm.
from an enterprise perspective, from an organizational view across every part of the organization, not just marketing or maybe customer service.
Hmm.
Um, but this is an AI kind of quick podcast, and with that, you already know what the questions are, Jeannie. First of all, what is your favorite use of AI? I mean, you mentioned several in there, but maybe personally, what's been your AI home run?
I think my AI home run has been using vibe coding, Lovable specifically, to get my vision as like a CEO, founder, entrepreneurial mind that always has a lot of ideas. I know I drive my team crazy sometimes because I'm like, no, it's going to be this, and then it comes in this way, right? Like so obvious.
Yes.
And I can take that now and put it all into basically a working prototype and then say, okay, the last part of it where we're connecting and all that, I'll let somebody else do that. But they have exactly what I want. And it just speeds up getting my vision out there, which has been phenomenal.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I built an app, and there's this whole ethos that everybody's a builder now, and
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Just because I can doesn't mean I should. But I did build an app, and it was really amazing, and I have people using it, which is
Yeah.
shocking to me, right? So
Isn't it
that's cool.
cool? It's
Yeah,
so cool. Yeah.
yeah. You know, in your book, you talk a lot about how brands have to basically map their entire customer journey.
Hmm.
This is a very data intense activity that crosses several different departments and silos, which sounds a lot like AI in a lot of ways. And you do mention AI as a potential accelerant for
Hmm.
that. I'm wondering, in your mind, is there kind of like a moment now where people have to look at this and say, we have to use AI to move forward if we're going to be successful, or is it just still kind of being figured out?
I think AI is amazing for journey mapping, but I always have thought about the act of journey mapping as kind of a spectrum because I've seen organizations get sort of paralyzed when they're like, oh, we need everything, we need end to end, it's going to take forever. Let's get all these bids and then you're spending all that time doing that instead of improving the actual experience. And so I encourage clients sometimes, I'm like, it can be a back of the napkin exercise sometimes. Like,
Sure.
hey, let's just figure out what's going on with this thing that we know isn't working. Or it can be this robust, version that has all sorts of ways to look at the data, look at the maps. And that I think we really need to rely on AI because otherwise things get outdated so quickly that if we're not really tapping into what are the customers expecting today and tomorrow, like we have to make sure we're keeping up with their expectations. And then as we make these changes to the experience, making sure we're keeping up with that. AI can be incredible for that, as well as turning the data points into insights and pattern recognition and all of those things that used to be pretty manual. Now we can, literally snap our fingers and it tells us these are the top pain points or these are the top whatever. We still need people. I want to say that very clearly.
Right.
But yes, I think it's like a lighter fluid in a way. It just speeds everything up.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty interesting. But I do like what you're talking about because in Now Is Gone, I talk a little bit about the North Star, right?
Yep.
And for the customer experience, it has to be the customer, right? And
Yep.
the brand's commitment to them, their vision, if you would, of what a great experience is.
Hmm.
So am I right in understanding what you're saying? Do
Yeah.
correct me.
Yeah.
Happens
I
all the
think,
time.
no, I think that one of the things I see in customer experience a lot is that, and I write about this in the book, is people say things like, well, just create great experiences for customers, or we end up kind of responding to every single complaint as if that's the thing, right? Like as if that's the right way to go. And what we have to do, and this is really like a leadership thing more than CX, is we have to make sure we're balancing, okay, the mission of who we are. What are we trying to do? What is the experience doing for our customers? And a lot of us talk about products, we talk about things, but it's about what those things do for our customers that we really need to be clear on. And that's why we create the customer experience mission statement to really help us with that, to help us know, like, how do we want our customers to feel? And then we have to balance that with what is the organization trying to do? What are the KPIs that I'm going to be held accountable for? How do we move the entire organization towards the success that hopefully has been defined in those goals? And so if we just talk about create great experiences, you and I could think those are different things.
Right.
And it doesn't mean one person is wrong, but we have to define it. And so whenever we are working with AI, especially in journey mapping or something like that, the first thing we do is talk about what is the goal and how is that connected to the mission and the vision and all of that. And if you cannot see that connection, you are barking up the wrong tree. And AI will do that sometimes,
Oh,
right?
totally. It's the biggest shiny object of recent memory, right?
Yes.
I mean, no doubt.
Yes. And AI might tell you, like, actually your customer's biggest complaint is that they can't see the font, right, on the screen. Well, that could be a small percentage of people, that could be, in a scenario, all those things. And if that's not connected to what we're trying to do is create amazing in real world experiences right now, then you have to prioritize differently. So it's a lot more complex than I think people give it credit for sometimes. At the same time, we say, like, we have a bias towards action. So whatever you can do to get to that action faster is also helpful. So it's a balance.
Very good. Now, I know you've seen all the stuff and all the complaints about like AI and slop and how it's ruining everything. One of the things I really want to do is just try to provide like a vision or hope for folks. Like what's your dream scenario, or like where you think AI can really benefit companies or society. What might that be for Jeannie Walters and the customer experience world?
Yeah, I think I am hopeful about it, and I hope other people are too. But I do think that in scenarios like patient experience, one of the things that can happen is your doctor can do a great job, all the people do a great job, but your lab results never quite make it back on time, or they get mixed up or whatever. And I think that AI can help with that, as well as when you talk to a doctor or any of those people for the last decade plus, usually you were talking to the back of their head, right? And they were typing away. Now AI allows them to kind of be in the moment, capture what they need to. And I think that will help overall experience, not only in healthcare, but in other scenarios as well. So that's what I'm excited about, is removing that layer of admin that is necessary right now to create more human moments in customer experience.
That's awesome. Very cool. Where can people find you? What's your preferred method of contact?
Yeah, well, I'm on LinkedIn. That's always a great place to find me. And then our site is experienceinvestigators.com. And I'd love to hear from you.
Awesome. Very cool. All right, folks, there's another edition of AI Hope, and we'll be back next week. Cheers.